First runs. 4 of them.
Not very convincing.
Good stroke. That'll be runs. I don't know whether he's got all the bat on it, but it's quite a quick outfield here in Kanpur. Not the biggest ground, and it will get away for 4. So 2 boundaries now.
Presses the full face of the bat. And if you hit it as straight as that, you certainly get a boundary.
Kanpur senior. Good shot. Smith off the mark, down the ground. Should run away for 4, judging by Andrew Hall's boundary earlier in the over.
Similar leg to the bat. Had to wait a while to get off the mark. Good style.
Good stroke. That'll go backward a square. It's got quite a lot of pace on it. It'll run away for 4. And
inside edge, very close to the stump. This should go all the way. It's another 4 to South Africa.
Well, in 2 consecutive, Hayden recently employed that tactic. Inside edge. So close to the stumps.
Very important tour where they're looking for some recognition. Controlled pull shot. And that's good enough for another boundary. Score moves on to 34 for no wicket.
Anil Kumble chipped in, and in that first test match when Kumble didn't get the wickets, this man Harbhajan Singh got them, so they've got a nice combination.
He's got it through the 2-point fielders. That's another boundary for South Africa. Been quite a few of those.
He just tends to get a little bit erratic and has a tendency to drag it down short and wide, and this was easy offerings for Hall, able to pierce the gap, and really you need to make the most of those opportunities. A fantastic start here for South Africa,
and also making first use of this pitch. Murali Karthik has to run around, doesn't cut it down, so runs continuing to flow for South Africa, and that's also...
You would have realised that Karthik was quite square, and he would have been keen just to run it very, very fine. And Karthik, I think, maybe should have got the body around the other way and used the hands rather than the boots, because it's such an important test, this first one, and I'm sure Sarab would like to know whether it's a yay or a nay. Is he playing in 2 test matches or just the one, or maybe, if it was earlier, maybe none. Oh, there's inside edge, I think. Just a little nick off that inside edge of Graham Smith. Extra bounce as well.
Top spinner, you can see the seam. Oh, big one. Big deflection. And Dinesh Karthik was moving towards slip. He's beaten himself, but a great delivery in the extra bounce. He had the opportunity, second attempt.
Fine again. Loud scream of yeah, yeah, yeah from Graham Smith. He knows that's going to go away for a 4. So that adds a bit of insult to injury. Drop catch, and oh, he's got him. He's played it on. The bat not on the right angle, not forcing the ball in front of the bat. He'll be very disappointed with that, Graham Smith. It's not the first time I've seen him dismissed in that fashion. It happened in Sri Lanka.
Well, the crowd's jubilant, and the Indians get into a huddle, and Dinesh Karthik will be very relieved. Just put down Graham Smith, and this was the top spinner again. The extra spin, taking the ball onto the stump, and he was delighted, wasn't he? Disappointment on the face of Graham Smith, and Anil Kumble, well, he'll wait for this moment. He loves to pick up a wicket very early in his spell. That's exactly what he's done. Smith gone for 37 and 61 for 1.
And I would say if he's getting out like that 2 or 3 times a season, it's something he's got to look to address.
good shot from Hall, this. Found the gap in the mid-wicket area, and there's a lot of... Oh, that's out, surely. Yeah. 2 full to play back to. You didn't have to hesitate, did he?
When he starts his innings, Yarsfeld doesn't really move his crease, possibly an inside edge on the replay. But it came through quickly from Kumble, and live, no problem. Torfall raises the finger. Quick feet, and you really need to be prodding forward against Kumble when you first hit the crease. Didn't happen on this occasion. You need to learn quickly. He's gone for 2, 69 for 2.
In the air, over the top. That's quite brave cricket from Callis. It makes a bit of a statement. I'll get back to Don Wilson in a minute.
The face of the bat. In the end, just getting over the infield.
Another boundary. It's a little wayward at the moment. Al Kumble, short and wide outside the off stump, the ball before.
And quite happy to put the ball in the right place. That's when he's accurate. I think he's just trying to get wickets here.
Width punished. That brings up
Good to Jack Harless. Bang. Middle of the bat and races away.
That came from the middle of the bat and should travel all the way for 4. And it brings up the 50. Crowd has realized that he's got his 50. And that's more like an applause.
And of course the keeper is such a key player at this time. Dinesh Karthik, he needs to be encouraging as much as possible, talking to the bowlers. That's adventurous, but he's hit it solidly, and that's gone for 4. Good shot, Andrew Hall. 5 runs off the over, 148 for 2. Dropped it. Burst through the hands. They're going to be able to pick up a couple more runs, but that is a major disappointment for Harbhajan Singh. Andrew
Well ball indeed. He's playing with the temperament of Andrew Hall. The field was perfectly set, and the timing of the jump from Anil Kumble was a little too early. Fetching it from outside the line of off stump. And Anil Kumble, oh dear.
Only time we'll see that. He's been told that from here on in it must be warned. Big shot from Anil Kumble. I think it's going late side. Oh, no, it's not. It's been given out. Up goes that finger. Kumble has been bowling very well of late. A couple of good pressure overs. And eventually the finger's gone up. Jack Callis is not happy at all. Sluggishly walking down the pitch towards umpire Simon Talcott. He won't say a word, but he'll be disappointed with this.
Took a long time to get this one out, Simon Toffel. Pitched in line, straightening the height. Well, I think it was good enough. It would have certainly gone on to hit the middle. And a very good decision in the end. Took his time, made sure he was 100% convinced, and Anil Kumble has got his man. Jacques Carl has played a good innings here. He's gone for 37. It's long way out. The height factor is the only factor for me.
Oh, it's gone. It's a carbon copy of Graham Smith earlier today. Almost exactly the same. First ball. Anil Kumble has been very, very impressive in the last half hour or so, and he's got 2 quick ones.
Well, what a turnaround. A drop catch at mid-wicket by Anil Kumble, but he's picked out 4 out of 4. Once again, the ball hitting the middle of the bat, and the top spinner taking it back on the stumps, a la Graham Smith, and he's delivered it. 2 out of 2, could be on a hat-trick. Rudolph hasn't had a great start to this series, and boy, oh boy, the Indians are celebrating. Consecutive wickets for India. Rudolph gone for 0. It's 154 for 4.
I've gone up again. I certainly thought that was out, but Daryl Harper says no, not out. I thought I heard a noise, Shiver.
Well, so did the wicket-keeper. Was up very spontaneously. Very nicely bowled once again. The wobble seam. Puff of dust coming out. Did the bat hit the ground? There was a bit of noise. Dinesh Karthik was excited.
Slip, gully, silly point, forward short leg, 2 backward short legs, which means there's no one on the sweep. Do you sweep first ball on a hat-trick? Unlikely. Got that out of the way, but they're still not off the mark. Now let's play properly.
And he dishes up a slower 84 kilometres an hour, which is quite slow for Kumble, and it was the googly. Dippenar really did get inside the line of the ball, and for a moment there he was presenting a little bit of a gap. Look at that front foot, not really getting across. End result was a sound defensive shot, but for a moment there it looked like there was a gap there for the ball to travel in between.
It's nicely played, beautifully timed. Dippenar off the mark with a quality stroke.
And that's possibly out. unmoved and calls over. 166 for 4.
That is a very good shot indeed. Not the easiest shot to play in the book, that one, with the ball turning away, pitching around about leg stump. And it's going to run away for boundary. That's well played. Terrific control. Can you believe it? He had a haircut. Unbelievable. It's well played from around the wicket. Knew it was going to be turning on the back foot, slightly short, and played it behind square on the offside for 4. It's a very good shot. Those boundaries just ticking along nicely. End of the over. 191 for 4.
Good shot. Good footwork. And striking the ball the way it was turning. Beautiful cricket.
And a good delivery. He's gone up. He's gone up 4 times. In fact, he's gone up 5 times and he's got a not out.
But was he playing the shot? That will be the big question. Struck outside the line of off stump. Gerald Harper, the umpire. Once again, good seam. Would have hit off stump. Was he playing a shot? Yes, in the opinion of Daryl Harper. Otherwise, he'd have been gone.
Yeah, it's just hitting him outside the line. Here's the appeals. There's the one. He's got another one in there. I think he's gone for another one there. And finishes off. And as Daryl Harper spoke to Sourav Ganguly as he walked past him. Oh, there's movement the other way now. That's interesting. Sourav Ganguly came back before that last ball after the appeal, and Daryl Harper said to him, just one appeal, please, which, of course, is what the ICC like, and umpires can get involved if someone is appealing excessively. I'm not suggesting that was the case. We're just caught up in the excitement. But anyway, Daryl Harper on the game straight away. Gee, it's a good over, this one, Shiv.
It was important that Sourav Ganguly followed up the good work that Zahir Khan started from the other end with the second new ball.
One ball left in this, the 95th. Oh, that's kept low again. Well dug out, but that's 2 excellent overs from India at the start of day 2. 95 gone, 234 for 4. Well played, in front of square, sliding it off the face for 4. That is a very good shot indeed. It wasn't a half volley at all. An indication that the ball is still coming on reasonably well to the bat. Good shot from Hall.
Yeah, looking at the pitch conditions in India, not too much of grass left on the surface, so it does get a little abrasive. And the important thing is to keep the shine on the other side, which is exactly what Sourav Ganguly is doing. So about 20 to 25 overs.
It's got it. There it is. Terrific stuff from Sourav Ganguly. He struck this morning inside the first half hour. He has bowled beautifully, and he certainly deserved that wicket.
And a great breakthrough for India. The captain strikes, and that's exactly what they wanted. A wicket early in the session. It's taken them half an hour, but it's still come good. Just 11 runs scored this morning, and the Indians will get into the huddle again. The length was very, very good indeed. Drawing the batsman onto the front foot. Had to play at the delivery, Boda Dipana, and Dinesh Karthik does the rest. He is a happy chappy, and why not? The Indian captain celebrates. And time for everybody to join in. Dipana has played a very good hand, contributed to this good partnership. He's gone for 48. It's 241 for 5.
So they've got their wicket first up of India this morning, and it's under the brain. There's a look at his first-class career on debut, of course, averaging 42.69, best of 266. Has got a couple of hundreds so far in the commentary box. It's going to be Michael Slater and also Sanjay Mandraker.
Thank you, Hazy. Well, time to toss the ball away. Slats, we don't need it anymore, do we? Time for 2 batsmen now to take over. Great delivery. It may not look spectacular, but it's the line that creates all kinds of problems for especially good batsmen with good technique. And Sourav Ganguly gets pretty close to the stumps. Good movement of the seam as well.
And that one close, but I think pitching outside leg stump.
It also could be marginal, Slats. The ball came back in after it pitched. But you could be right, just pitching outside the leg stump, and Simon Toffel perhaps also gesturing. Yeah, just slightly outside the leg stump. 3.51. West Indies is quite impressive. Australia 3.47. I can't believe England has a better run rate in 2004 than Australia, but there you are. Figures don't lie. But as you can see, South Africa is not that quick when it comes to getting runs, 3.14. So all the top teams, except, well, all the top teams are having a better run rate than South Africa. He's found the gap, and this should be four. Nicely timed by Andrew Hall, and he gets into the 90s.
Relief for him, getting one to the ropes, and he played it nicely, just pushing through it a little bit harder. Sanjay Mandrake mentioned that Ganguly can be a difficult bowler to face, and I've faced him a few times in Test cricket, and why he's hard is because he doesn't quite come onto the bat. He's only bowling at 113, 114 kilometres an hour. It's not quick at all, so you've really got to check your shot and make sure that you're right over the top of it. Andrew Hall, 93. He is high score in Test cricket in 99.
97, Andrew Hall, with two thumping drives on the offside. The South African dressing room is happy, and also brings up the 250 for South Africa.
And Ganguly bowling quite a lengthy spell, and maybe one too many.
And he gets his first runs with a boundary. That's the way to do it. That's how you start your Test career. And of course, the players know the value of the first runs in Test match cricket, especially for a player. It's taken a while to make that graduation to Test match cricket. South Africa 258 for 5.
61 was always good for the first wicket, seeing the new ball off. And then Shah Khalis and Andrew Hall. 85. Andrew Hall being the constant factor in all the partnership.
Oh, that could be it. That's 100. It's going to run away for 4. Andrew Hall goes through to his first Test century. And what a century it's been. Thrown in as an opener. The team rise for him, as do this generous crowd here in Kanpur. Well played, young man.
Moment of glory that he'll cherish for a long, long time. Andrew Hall, and reaching his Test match century, the first one, with a boundary in style. The important thing now, he's looking very focused. He's not a satisfied man. He wants to carry on. Great effort. 325 balls and 433 minutes.
It's Andrew Hall's 4th first-class 100. Other South Africans to score Test centuries in India are Andrew Hudson, 146. Gary Kirsten, 102 and 133 in the same match. And Daryl Cullinan, 153 not out. All those centuries were in Calcutta back in 1996. Andrew Hall becomes the 4th South African centurion in India.
The rare loose ball from Anil Kumble, string down leg, and he realized the moment he struck it, and what a great feeling. Great effort, young man, keep going.
Shot. It's got that backward a square, that'll run away for 4. Good stroke.
Not the easiest shot to play against Anil Kumble. Fairly hard and new, this second new ball, and he's got this great ability to get the ball to skid onto the batsman, but very well executed indeed. Pure delight to watch, and the placement perfect.
And there we see the extra bounce that Kumble is able to produce, and that's pretty stock standard for him over in this part of the world. But there are the little chunks. Just watch as it pitches. Is there a puff of dust? Well, there's a bit of one of those cracks revealed, and a little piece just popping out. So that's what the players have to... Oh, how close was that? That one staying down. So very hard for the batsman to read each delivery.
Goodness me. So the first one bounced, took a chunk out, as under the brain replaced it. This one now just a little bit flat, a bit quicker and keeps low, and another coat of paint, coat of varnish, and he might have been in troubles under the brain. So this is going to get the mind working overtime. That is a very good shot. That is an outstanding shot. After the over he's faced so far from Anil Kumble, to do that off the last ball, that is seriously good cricket. Or misfield. That could have been trouble. It was basically straight to the fielder, Virender Sehwag. He might have injured himself as well, but he didn't pick it up. That was the important thing, and a quick pick up and throw might have found the batsman scrambling.
An area I know John Ryder's coach has been trying to work on for his whole stint as coach is the fielding. Sehwag just losing his grip. His spike's not digging in. I think he got his weight back on his heels. That's probably why he slid, but that's jarred his knee. It's forced back, and a missed opportunity. We have to say that. And that's where India need to keep working on their fielding and make the most of a half chance in the field. In the air and beautifully played. It's gone all the way. Great to see De Bruyne come out and he's showing positive intent.
Here's another look at that magnificent six. Was under De Bruyne, down the track, underneath it, and beautifully struck. What a beauty. That is an absolute beauty. That's the one that Michael Slater was talking about, with Zander De Bruyne being brave enough to get down the track. End of the over, 297 for 5.
From a batting point of view, you're looking at the release from the hand. That's the only way you're going to pick it up. And if the ball is in handy condition, you can see the revolutions. Another shout, the straighter one, outside the line of off stump. Always threatening, though, Kumble. That ball bowled at 95.8 kilometres an hour, so a slightly quicker one.
Get forward, that'll be the call from the South Africans, and that was a good stride. It's not too far away. It's certainly worth a good shout, hitting low down on the shin. He's not going to die wondering, that's for sure, Anil Kumble, but it's a very good shout, that one, and a strict not out from Simon Taufel. That sliding leg side. One of the dangers, of course, you get in when you're appealing all the time is that you start getting so aggressive and so enthusiastic that you shout for things you shouldn't be shouting for, which can have a negative reaction as far as the umpire is concerned.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. I think that was a good example of the youngsters watching this coverage, that the reason De Bruyne survived that LBW shout, the first one, was because of the footwork. And now, 4 runs. A little bit of an outside edge or top edge, but the placement, superb.
It's another big appeal. I would suspect outside the line again. 317 for 5.
It's from around the wicket. That's what umpire Simon Taufel is obviously considering, and a huge shout from Zahir Khan. Worth a big shout as well. He would have been concerned, that's for sure. Zander De Bruyne, when he heard the shout, worked away in front of square leg side, chases on. Anil Kumble is the man that's herring after it, and they're going to come back for 3. Sliced away, outside half of the bat. Power from Andrew Hall. He's a strong player, 4 runs. Didn't quite go where he wanted it, but he's that sort of player. He won't mind one bit. I tell you what, Shiver, if he gets a wicket, these roofs might come off this stand. Oh, it's an outside edge. It's going away nice and fine. They're going to pick up certainly 3 runs, I'd imagine. Murali Kartik is the chaser. He is going to tag, and they're going to come back. Oh no, they just stay for 2. Thought about the 3rd, but decided to settle for just the 2 runs.
Little more air from Sachin Tendulkar, the high trajectory. Beaten in the air, looking for the drive through the cover region. Just dropping on him, marginally getting the outside edge.
Predominantly leg spin, that's what will be the call from Sachin. And of course occasionally the wrong one, which does turn some distance. Just get the batsman thinking a little bit. They won't have faced him a great deal. A gully has now been positioned as well. Fairly short too. pace at just over 80 k's per hour, so plenty of flight, trying to entice the batsman. He's a big turner of the ball to Sachin Tendulkar, so Andrew Hall will be a little bit reluctant to get down the deck, even though it is being tossed up a little bit.
Well, being on the shorter side, Sachin Tendulkar, if he does bowl with a high arm delivery, will get the natural arc. The ball dipping on the batsman, so that's a big advantage.
Oh, it's a beauty. It's a very, very good delivery. You see, he's a little bit on the short side as Sachin. What height would he be, Shiva?
About 5'2", and that's a good trajectory as well. Plenty of revolutions at the ball, and look at the bounce. Oh, if he can get that consistency going in line and length, it'd be more than a handful. The googly, and it runs.
Prize of catch, it's a big shot, and I don't think there's any connection with the willow.
The crowd support has been good, and they've also been going up in appeal. There were two noises. Oh, hitting the pad, and at the same time, I think the bat was hitting the boot.
Coming back for two more. So Robin Peterson will have a big job to do when he gets the ball in his hand. Left arm orthodox spinner. Still called Robert Patterson on the scoreboard here. There we go. And Tami Sholakile, not quite right, but it's not too far off.
Here comes the sweep, and there goes the 4.
Big shot in the air, but through the gap. Extra cover. No chance of pulling it in. The outfield here at Green Park in Kanpur, lightning fast. For me, Sanjay, the most impressive thing is he's playing a different game to what people are used to seeing. He's a natural hitter. He really likes getting on with the game, and he's been able to just pull that game in and play in accordance with what's been required. And that one from Tendulkar, a big loopy full toss and a misfield. The misfield created because the pressure for that single to bring up his 150. 153, Andrew Hall. Fine innings. 368 for 5.
Good drive. Zahir Khan was the fielder at mid-off, and after watching once again the same kind of reception to another milestone, another very lazy approach at mid-off, and for some reason Harbhajan Singh is angry. He's banged the ball into the ground. And here's the question for you: why is the man angry?
I'm sorry for laughing. We see this so often with Harbhajan. I think it's funny. He just has to get it out of his system. Whether he feels he should have stopped the single, or whether he feels the skipper's got him too deep. But some the stumps aren't there. He was looking, his eye line was a little bit down.
Late cut, and that's gone for 4. This is the time when you use that line, the wheels are coming off. Almost carrying back to the bowler, but he gets a run, and that's a 50 for De Bruyn. And on a test debut, well played, Xander De Bruyn.
And some nice appreciation from this Indian fanfare here in Kanpur. And nicely through the gap there from Andrew Hall. And they're going to push for 3 and get them.
Some are restless, some need rest. But South Africa now starting to dominate this innings. 379
Big appeal, that might be out. That's very straight. Okay, let's find out why. Or why not?
Well, the quicker delivery from Anil Kumble, just a little wider, outside the leg stump. Was turning in, but the impact was just outside the line of leg stump. And a very good decision once again from Daryl Harper.
Yeah, that was a real close call. Just watch the wicket-keeper. Where does the ball pitch, firstly? It pitches on leg, straightens a fraction. That's how he saw it, and on that, it looks like it's sliding down, doesn't it? Part of it is because it hits the pad, then the pad drags away to the leg side. He's bowled him out now. Bowled him round his legs. So that brings to an end, just before the tea interval, an outstanding innings from Andrew Hall. He's batted for session after session after session. And finally, Kumble gets through.
A marathon innings coming to an end, and another 5-wicket haul for Anil Kumble. Picked up the first 4, had to wait a long time because of some great determination from Andrew Hall. He departs for a fantastic innings of 163, 385 for 6.
Run away nicely off the blade of the bat. He'll get a couple here, if not more. It's got onto the practice area where it just picks up a bit of speed. Pulled in by Ganguly in the end. Pulled away this time with a great deal of power. Almost played that shot at the last minute.
The googly not coming out all right. And another boundary, this time on the offside.
His track's playing some tricks. Back at a square leg side for a single only. The other thing that I'm quite keen to see, Slats, and I think that South Africa fell into a bit of a comfort zone, if you like, with some of the individuals, and now with Ray Jennings there and a bit of change of personnel, that has changed. And I think that was something that was talked about a lot back in South Africa. The one thing that South Africa have done over the last maybe 12, 18 months to a certain extent is go through the motions of Test match cricket and not really set the pace. They've allowed other sides to take gaps. The two that comes to mind is New Zealand. I mean, Chris Cairns dominated a couple of sessions and suddenly just played South Africa out of the game without South Africa actually going to the fore and trying to turn it around themselves. So I'm keen to see that sort of change of attitude, and in this position it's possible.
Yeah, and I've been watching intently both mornings before the players when they're warming up. I look at the Indian side and they're doing the same that I've seen for a number of years now with John Wright at the helm, and it's always fairly busy. But I've looked at the South Africans and they are really busy in the morning. It's all with purpose. They're springing around. They look like they're enjoying each other's company. 400 for 6.
Good delivery, good quick delivery. That surprised Pollock, there's no doubt about that. I beg your pardon, yes it is Pollock. That's got onto him very quickly. He's not a bad hooker of the ball, but it got onto him quicker than he thought it was possible off this particular pitch. He's in position to hook, then he has to bail out. Hits him on the shoulder. It'll be a bit sore. He'll take a little time to just collect his thoughts. Well bowled, very well bowled.
Got into a no position at all, Sean Pollock.
Down the wicket and over the top, beautifully struck. First ball, all the way. Excellent shot from Sander de Bruin.
And the first-class experience coming to good use here. You can deceive the bowler when you just line him up the very first ball. The bowler never expects that.
Good shot. So taking it to Harbhajan Singh straight away. That's gone for 6 as well.
This is such good cricket from De Bruin. first one was a flighted delivery that went straight. This is a flatter trajectory and he's gone square. Again, getting the distance quite comfortably. Toss. It's the top spinner actually from Harbhajan Singh, but lined him up beautifully.
Now he'll look for two, and he'll get it. So 16 from that over, 427 for 6.
That should be good enough. Sehwag has given up the chase. The South Africans scoring quickly in the last 10-15 minutes or so.
That was the mower that was used this morning. Look at it, straight line. Senior man behind, obviously, and the guy's pulling it. Not going on the lines, there it is.
Well, in our country, Hazy, there's a tendency to overstaff. We showed you the scoreboard, and it's very unique functions. You've got 23 people in one scoreboard, and you've got 2, so that's 46 people handling the scoreboard. You've got 1 sweeper, 3 gone, is it? Yes. Harbhajan Singh has got a wicket finally. It's still trying to confirm that, because the batsman took a while walking, and also it happened in such a way that you would think that there could be a bump catch as well. Over pitch delivery, mind you.
81.5 k's per hour, the slower ball, well flighted. Rahul Dravid had plenty of time to get 2 fingers, or 2 hands around it, I should say. And there's the celebrations from Harbhajan Singh. He can't believe his luck. He's into his 41st over, and he's picked up his first wicket. But it's the end of a very, very good innings on debut from Zander de Bruin. He really did play extremely well. He goes now for 73, and South Africa 400, correction, 83. South Africa now 445 for 7. It's a lot of extras.
And Penn's 5 is 5 penalty runs on the right-hand side.
Third highest score now, Mr. Extras. He's getting a few runs of late. And now time is off the mark in Test match cricket. A couple of runs down to fine leg. Gets a bit of a round of applause from his teammates as well. End of the over. And 450 up on the board. 451 for 7.
Oh, good shot. Good shot, son. Take a piece of that. I'll get back to that in a minute. Oh, that might be out, yeah. Great bowling. Experience against youth.
And 6 wickets. 33 wickets to Anil Kumble in 5 Test matches. It only seems like yesterday was bringing up the 400 mark. And now 430 Test wickets for Kumble. And an easy one for Taufel. Absolute no problem there. Plum, which is the big cricket term. So a lot of delay, but the tactics worked. He's gone for 9. 467 for 8.
Reverse sweep now from Pollock. Nobody back there. He's got a reasonable amount of bat on it. And once it gets on those practice wickets, I think it'll run away for 4, and it does. He's eased that through the covers as well, and that'll go all the way. So this is entertaining cricket from the South Africans. They've come out here to make a point. They're making it very well, and they're doing it in style.
Down the track, and he's launched it straight, high and handsome.
And Miles. Great hit. And the 500 comes up for South Africa. It's been a good batting performance. Even though it's come at a slow pace, they've done it very convincingly. And what a strike. Good use of the feet. Standing high for the elevation. Great flow of the arms. And not getting too close to the ball to be able to hit it quite a distance.
Sweeper again into play on the offside. Couple more for Robin Peterson. Third time South Africa have gone past 500 against India. Peterson really has got things moving out there. 30 not out now for 22 deliveries. Sean Pollock, he's played a very good role. Let's not forget his support here at 44. And the partnership is 39 off 40 balls. Here's a look at the 6. What a beauty that was. He knew it was going. He wasn't running too far, that's for sure. And I reckon he had a feeling as well. Off the stumps. Very good shot indeed. That's 4 runs. That is beautifully played. His teammates are enjoying this little cameo.
12 runs of the first 3 balls and great batting. And he's bowled it. Playing down the wrong line. Second success for Harbhajan Singh.
Just the one swing too many, and there's the call in from Graham Smith. He says that's enough. Mackay and Teddy are not going to have a bat. 9 wickets down is enough. 510 on the board. It's a very, very good performance by South Africa after winning the toss and batting first. It is a huge total. And Peterson, even though he's shaking his head, he's disappointed. He can be well pleased with his performance. Looking for the big one again. Bang. Middle stump knocked back.
And Harbhajan would be quite relieved. His second wicket had to wait a long, long time to pick up his first. That came in the 41st over, and the second in the 45th over. Peterson gone for 34. 510 for 9 declared South Africa.
Lovers, lock in. This is going to be unbelievable stuff. This track is going to give a little bit of assistance, a bit of variable bounce to the ball. There's no doubt about that with the new ball. It's going to wobble as well. Sean Pollock's going to be on target, and Virender Sehwag is going to be looking to score runs. That's the way he plays. There's Tami Sotakila. He's got his first take in Test match cricket, so he'll be a little bit more comfortable after that. He got his caps under the rain, also got his cap, by the way, so he's a busy little keeper, this man, Tami. Now, Hashimamla's on the park for Buttadipana. Let's see if we can have a look and see what did happen. The ball just went through there. It came out of the nets by the looks of things and just smacked him on the back of the head. He didn't look too good, I must say, and we'll try and keep you up to date. I'm sure there's some people in South Africa who are very concerned about that. He didn't look great as he's been carried off. He went down very quickly indeed, and we'll keep you up to speed with what that story is with Dipana. Swing and a miss first up. That'll encourage Sean Pollock. I'll tell you what, Shiver, I wouldn't mind having a short leg in there as well. Quick single. Hashimamla is the man in the covers. That would normally have been Buttadipana in that cover region, who, it's got to be said, is a little bit quicker than Hashimamla. But anyway, Gambhir is off the mark, and India underway. That's away, back of the square, offside, boundary. Not a bad way to get going from Virender Sehwag. He's going to look to light up this ground. Down the leg side, and good stuff from Tami. Just clearing his throat.
Did right, Hazy, off the pad. But a very good take, very athletic. So Rarity straying down the leg side from Sean Pollock. And look at this, great balance.
Very quick arm action, and because he comes on at some sort of pace, if you get a bit of a streaky outside edge, it's going to fly.
That's a 4. First boundary for Gautam Gambhir. The Indians score 20 for no wicket. Flashed hard at it, Gambhir. And that will go down as a drop catch. Just for the records, but it travelled very quickly to that fielder at point. And he was very close at point.
In the air, man in the deep, getting under it, but just can't get close enough to put in a dive. He was setting himself up for a dive. Made good early ground. Good captaincy, good field position. Couldn't quite make it.
He's looking to play aggressively, but this is also risky cricket. The second time the ball has been precariously close to a South African fielder. It's been dropped once at short point, and once again very close to that fielder at square leg. In fact, he was positioned especially for that shot. And Gambhir likes to play obviously the pull shot, but his technique needs to be reviewed.
In the air through the gap. There's only one gap there. There's 2 slips and quite a fine gully, and it's threaded its way through. Shot. Ease it through the offside. Well, wonderful hands for Inder Sehwag. Manoeuvres the blade so beautifully. Smashed away. It was a full toss. Deserved what it got.
The crowd's loving it. And so is Virender Sehwag. Very difficult shot to play. It was the intended Yorker from Antini. Had to get underneath the ball. In fact, slicing it just wide of the man at point.
But a little bit missing the judgment and the flight of the delivery. So Peterson having a good start against the big hitting Sehwag.
Rudolph at short leg now. Rudolph is not a natural short leg, and I'm sure there's too many guys that are natural short legs in the game these days, but apart from the Indian fielders, of course, they're brilliant. But he stays down nicely there, does well, and just on the half volley. He's not fond of that position, which I think we can all understand, but that's a very interesting first over from Robin Peterson. He's got the teapot out as well. One from it, 51 for no loss.
It's been a great start here in India.
He's a competitor, Slats. I think that's the best thing about Andrew Hall. He just gets stuck in, rolls up those sleeves, and away he goes. Line, first two balls, not good, and Pani second ball for four. Good shot indeed.
And more confidence to Gambia, who has struggled, it's fair to say, in the early part of his Test match career. But this one's a gift, and at this level, you shouldn't miss out.
That is a nice shot. Outfielders rock hard here at Kanpur, and that's the result.
And we see him working through the onside. That is such a difficult shot to play. He's a class act, this man.
I was saying earlier, Slades, he's got such good hands, hasn't he? This is pitched way outside leg stump. There's only two fielders on the offside other than the slip. And look how he's manoeuvred that ball wide of mid-off. Very clever. Class shot. Way, there we go. If it isn't Sehwag, it's Gambia. All the way. And his 50. His first in Test cricket. Very well played, young man. Has this done you good or what?
And what a way to bring it up. His first half-century in Test match cricket. His first score in double figures here today at Green Park. And is enjoying himself out there, combining nicely with Sehwag. That's an important factor as well. It's all happening. We just saw a minute ago that it was the highest partnership against South Africa. Well, now they've got their 100 up. He's watching that. Now, it was in the air for a short time. The man had come a little closer, but beat him. The outstretched hand of Sean Pollock.
.405 runs behind South Africa, India at the moment. Beautiful. Beautiful. Carbon copy of the previous over. Ball was a bit fuller. That's another full toss. And another four.
The Test match I played in 2001 there, Jackers, for the first 3 days of the Eden Garden Test match, there were 90,000 plus. I think day one, day two was 95, closing in on 100, and then day 3, 90. And what an atmosphere. It was incredible, just like that shot. That is incredible stuff from Sehwag. Brings up his half-century. Awesome. 119 for no loss.
That's his form in 2004, and no reason whatsoever why he shouldn't chalk up 1,000 runs in a calendar year, averaging nearly 70, a couple of centuries and 450s.
There's a period during the recent one days that they had quite a few in a row, India, and his form was not good. It is now, though. You can't stop him once he gets on a roll, and it's so hard to stop a player like this because in India, particularly here at Green Park, Kanpur, the outfield is so quick.
I don't know whether I just happen to be around when he gets a lot of runs, but I've said this before, I've never come across a player who seems to hit boundaries with such consummate ease.
Great shot for extra cover, 4 runs, beautifully played.
This should be his best shot of the innings. Again, right in the slot, looking to keep the ball up. At his pace, he's got no choice but to do that. But slowly, I think Andrew Hall will realize on this pitch, he's better off keeping the legs shorter.
Wow. What a shot.
Beautiful balance. It's such a treat to watch Sehwag. And once those forcing shots come off the back when he gets that ball through the covers, he's unstoppable.
Short ball, and it's gone over the top of Counter Slap, and it's running away for another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries for Virender Sehwag. The first one was exceptional. The second one he'll take. 142 for no loss, 13 runs off the over. He's chased it, and now Ong Tong chases it.
Wonder what was said there. There was a big smile on his face. Shaking of hands. Yes, obviously 150 on the board. But this is just special cricket because this is a slow pitch, and driving on the front foot is something that the South Africans found extremely difficult to do. And this is all hands. The great hands of Virender Sehwag coming into play. No feet at all in that shot. His great hands. Let's shake hands.
They don't look very stressed, do they? The cauldron of Test match cricket. Cool as a cucumber. Leg side this time. Stop running. Back-to-back boundaries. He's on fire as Virender Sehwag. This is magnificent batting. It could not have been a better start for India. 154 for no loss at the moment in pursuit of that 510 for 9 declared by South Africa. And look at those batsmen to come. Rahul Dravid, Sachin Tendulkar, Vivius Laxman, Sourav Ganguly. Virender Sehwag and Gambhir have been absolutely superb. Sehwag has got himself another Test 50. And he's played shots all over the show.
It's a big leather industry here in Kanpur, and we've seen some leather beating. Just the balance, just watching him, the thing that strikes you is how easily he seems to do that. And not necessarily of loose ball, he converts good balls into bad balls. A lot of skill involved, plenty of class, and just his approach to the game. Casual, carefree. Call him the cool dude. Virender Sehwag, he's gone to 74. And Gautam Gambhir not to be left behind.
No, he's also played some outstanding strokes. Got off a little bit early with a couple of balls leg side, which he could whip away off Andrew Hall. And that just got him going. Then decided to keep playing the strokes. That from Peterson, short and wide aside the off stump. And then advancing down the deck and lofting that over the ropes. You will not see better shots than what we've seen.
In the air and landing safe. Not in control of that shot at all, Gambhir, so something a little bit streaky. But because this field is so defensive, really no one in that gully region. At the outset of the innings, there would have been a catcher here.
Well, he didn't mention the word streaky. He did start off in that fashion.
in the air and just out of the reach of Andrew Hall. It's an interesting time now for everyone involved in the middle. The batsmen have been here for a while. They've had some easy pickings. Is the concentration wavering?
The reverse swing working. And we're into the 40th over. The ball not coming on. Trying to hit it on the up. What man coming into play just wide of the bowler. Just for a moment he thought he had his man. And he loves the offside. Just a little bit of width. First runs from Sehwag this morning, and that is the boundary.
Tactic will be to bowl a cross in. It swung back in just a little bit. And South African captain gives a run away.
The batsman will be quite relieved. First run off the bat for Gautam Gambhir this morning. But the bowler will be pretty disappointed. As a bowler, you want to get in 6 balls in a row to one particular batsman. And there was no run in that. Just given away. A freebie. Getting off strike, Gambhir.
More outswing, but it swung off the middle of the bat and screamed through square for 4.
Well, he's not going to change his game, is he? Whether he's on 0 or 91 doesn't make a difference. Wide of the crease on that occasion from Makai Antini and a little bit of outswing. And boy, oh boy, what a player he is, especially on the offside. No margin for error.
Single. Peterson, the fielder.
Well, had to wait for the ball to come on to him. The pitches in India, all over the country, get slower as the match progresses. Just 17% of the runs on the leg side. So he's loving it at the moment. Good opportunity to get a big one.
That might have been close. That was worth the effort, I think. It's going to cost him runs. But that just might have been close had Pollock hit.
Called immediately. 200 partnership between these two. That's a good milestone to achieve. Called immediately, Gautam Gambhir. There was a little bit of hesitation. And he would have been gone. A direct hit, I think he'd have been gone. It's the first opportunity on the offside, and he picks up a single. 99.
Gets Sehwag back on strike.
Be interesting to see what kind of a field Graham Smith has now to deny Virendra Sehwag the single. The crowd already going up in anticipation. Two deliveries left in this over. Nice earrings, those patriotic earrings.
Test century number 8. All of them in the first innings of the match. And his 3rd this year. And it was a pleasure watching it.
It always will be a pleasure watching Virendra Sehwag get runs. Very destructive player. He's quite relieved. He'll look for a big one, the only Indian to have got a triple century in Test match cricket, and this has been a wonderful year for Virendra Sehwag.
8 Test match 100, and he's got hundreds all over the world. The team rises to another Test 100 to Virendra Sehwag, his third this year. His Test match form has been, I think, short of brilliant for India.
It's got him. Tommy Solakila is taking the catch. He'll be delighted with that. So is Sean Pollock. Reverse swing again, going across the left-hander. Gambhir will be very disappointed he didn't get an extra 4 runs. And that is a very, very important wicket.
th wicket for Sean Pollock, and a good catch by the wicket-keeper. Yeah, the ball just drifting and angling away from the left-hander. Was looking to play square on the offside, which means only 1/4 of the face of the bat was facing the ball. There wasn't such movement yesterday, but today there is some encouragement for the likes of Pollock. Unfortunate Gautam Gambhir to get out on 96. India have lost their first wicket at 218.
Just like preparing the bat. It's flown away for 4. It's bad luck on Ontini. He's probed away outside that off stump. And eventually he's found the edge, and it's cost him.
Nothing convincing about that stroke whatsoever from Dravid. He's been struggling against the reverse swing. Very hard when you come out and the ball's darting around through the air. And this is the first boundary since the second over of the day, so somewhat of a breaking of the shackles for India.
Oh, that's gone straight on the ground. Could have bowled him, got an outside edge, he's got 4 more. Pitch beginning to misbehave just a little bit.
And Teeny bustling in and getting the ball to move away consistently from Dravid. That one going underground. So 2 consecutive boundaries.
Oh, what a way to start. It was in the air for a little while. It's got this crowd on its feet. There we go. There's a man under it, but it's no good. He's not tall enough.
We just mentioned that he gets into a better position to play the ball coming in. But it's after that position that he gets into is something that's totally different, out of this planet.
It's a no ball. There were cries of catch it, but it wouldn't have mattered.
This is why I've been saying right through this innings, whatever the nature of the pitch, there's got to be one bouncer attempt and over. Even if it doesn't rise waist high, or even if it bounces knee high, it's something different for the batsman. It's come off the glove and it's dropped. It was also a no ball, so it wouldn't have mattered, but this is the variation that you need to get. Doesn't matter what kind of a pitch it is. One bounce and an over was always the golden rule for me. And I had bowlers who I could control.
Sliced away, that'll be 4 more. That won't please the bowler. He's gone for 6. No ball drop catch. As you say, it wouldn't have mattered, but it's not nice to see the ball go to ground. Beautiful. Quite beautiful. The ball deserved it, but didn't he deliver? Just praying that the fielder doesn't allow 2, so he can bowl at Dravid. He's got 2 though. He's possibly wishing Smithy to get back out here. That's gone fine. 4 more. It's just a danger here that A lot of very, very good hard work done this morning by the visitors. It's going to be undone in 20 minutes.
Well, he's pressed the pedal. The problem for the South Africans is they'll keep pressing it harder.
That's 4 more. There's danger here for South Africa. And elation for India.
There's that reverse sweep which he has played effectively a couple of times already in this knock. Robbie Peterson must be thinking to himself, what is this bloke going to do next? It must be so hard to bowl to this guy, whether you're a spinner, whether you're a seamer, when he's in this sort of form. One away from 150 for Sehwag. Slam that one back over the bowler's head and deep into the crowd. They scatter. One away to get to 150. Outstanding stuff from Virender Sehwag. Absolutely magnificent.
What a player. He is a star. Delight to watch. Dreadful for the bowlers. And Virender Sehwag is on a roll. His second sixer.
It's gone again. Brilliant placement. Was on the full, got inside the ball, knew where the fielders weren't and slapped it along the ground for 4.
This certainly has been an outstanding innings from Virender Sehwag.
4 more. 5 wide. Half volley. Predictable result. What an over this has been so far for Virender Sehwag. Big shot from Andrew Hall, and it's gone. Up goes that finger. I thought it was just going down leg side a little bit, I must say, but up goes the finger from umpire Simon Taufel. So Andrew Hall has struck, and that is the end of a simply remarkable knock from Virender Sehwag. Absolutely outstanding. I'm sure he's going to be disappointed that he's on his way back to the V, and Hall will be delighted.
Bit of reverse swing again, hitting him on leg stump. How far forward was Virender Sehwag? That's the question. But he's quite happy. Jubilant is Andrew Hall, picking up a wicket, and the big one of Virender Sehwag. Truly amazing innings comes to an end. And well-deserved standing ovation from the big crowd. Sehwag deposed for 164. It's 294 for 2.
Sachin's off the mark. He wants to come back for the second, and he is coming back to the second. Uchadepanar down at third man, hitting the deck.
Bowled in. Andrew Hall has struck for South Africa. It's that incoming delivery. Not bowled at great pace, but boy, it was well directed.
Well, Hall's got a couple of recent breakthroughs and he's been bowling well, channeling this reverse swing nicely. Right on the radar, comes off the front pad and back on the middle stump. You're right, Sanjay, the low bounce was troubling him. First innings for India, and Tendulkar was batting on day 4. That's quite unusual. He's gone for only 3, 298 for 3.
Saurav Ganguly has come in, the Indian captain. Best score of 173. And things have changed here since that wicket of Virender Sehwag. Sachin Tendulkar came in at the fall of that wicket. And this is a delivery that he's been bowled in the past as well. It's that incoming delivery full. And Tendulkar likes to push at that delivery. You'll see here the bat going forward, just a nick of that back pad and going on to hit the middle stump.
It was hard work for Tendulkar. He just couldn't quite get going, and you can see the difference from a Sehwag who'd been out there from the start of the Indian innings to the new batsman coming out, just how hard it is and how long it is going to take before they can readjust to conditions. Let's not forget now that Ganguly hasn't had a test match innings for some time, and his form hasn't been the best, so it'll be equally as tough.
Off the mark. Wants the second. And Dravid sends him back. Good shout. This is a very good shout. Is it signaled as leg by? Yes, it has been. End of the over, 3:05 for 3.
Oh, that might be a bit better. To me, it was fuller. End of the over, 307 for 3.
That's away. And it's a boundary. The crowd will like that. Before that shot, he'd only scored 9 runs since lunch. Rahul Dravid.
And Dravid likes it too. It's been a very patient wait before he's had an opportunity to hit a 4 with authority. A lot of outside edges because of the low, inconsistent bounce. But on this occasion, Peterson looking to keep flat with his flight, just drifting down a little bit too short.
It's gone. Use the feet, 4 runs. Guys have catch it. Oh, he's dropped it. Martin van Jaarsveld it was. He had to time his leap perfectly. He's a very good fielder, very good catcher in particular is Martin van Jaarsveld. He'll be dark about that.
Well, he settled. He didn't have to move. The ball was coming at a rate of knots and it just didn't stick. The one hand goes up in the end. It was a good effort. It just needed to hit him in the palm and stick. The timing of the jump wasn't too bad.
That's a beautiful stroke. Beautiful stroke, just pure timing. And the end of the over, 3:46 for 3.
Wow, that's a good shot. That is his scoring zone, that's for sure. Sarah Ganguly, it's a magnificent stroke on the offside.
Well, people tend to forget he's batted at number 3 in Test matches for India. In fact, he had an incredible start to his career, batting at number 3. So he does play the new ball well, and this is the reason why he doesn't waste the scoring opportunities. This is not such a bad ball, but it's in the slot where Ganguly likes it.
He's getting a bit of barrage of short balls as Sourav Ganguly's got hold of that one nicely, and he's gotten away for 4. He'll be delighted with that stroke. He's been in uncomfortable positions from Akane the last little while.
His very own version of the pull shot where there's a real swivel of the body. Doesn't go with the arm, but the whole body turns like a corkscrew there when he plays that pull shot. A lot of people think he's weak against the short ball, which is a fact. He has hit that is a weakness that is exploited by some of the faster bowlers in the world, but he also can score runs of the short ball. That's where it gets difficult for a bowler. He's not a sitting duck. When you're looking to bowl the bouncer. Reluctant to go back for the second, Sourav Ganguly. You can see him run the first one at a pace where he could stay at the non-striker's end. But Dravid would have nothing of it. There were 2 runs in it, and he made sure that they would get to. Just have a look at the pace here. He slowed down himself so much. There it is. And in fact, he just sort of tapped that crease with his foot, then put the bat down.
Gee, that's well played. That's speeding away to the boundary. Almost a replica of the shot off Sean Pollock in the previous over.
And Tinney just having a closer look of Sourav Ganguly. He's trying to see how he looks from much closer. This is a good shot, and why wouldn't he want to take strike against Ntini with that angle delivery that he bowls?
Smash. We have seen some lovely drives square the wicket off the back foot from both these men in the last 10-15 minutes.
Well, this is the second new ball. The South Africans feeling obliged to bowl outside the off stump with it. As a result, an area where Dravid has been very strong in the last 3 or 4 years. As a result, perhaps his leg side game has suffered, but this is the line that he likes. And as you said, cross seam and the extra bounce that comes with it was used beautifully, this cross seam tactic.
That's his 50. And he's not going to have to run too much. Nice way to bring up your 23rd 50 in Test match cricket. His third against South Africa, and remarkably his first only at this ground.
In the end, it gone, yes, taken safely. Ganguly had a problem with a couple of short balls off Ntini and De Bruyne. First wicket in Test match cricket for this young man. He played a hand with the bat, and now he gets his first pole. Went straight down the throat of fine leg.
Great joy for him, and what a big wicket, the first one. Saurav Ganguly closing the face of the bat a little too early. Top edging it, and a straightforward catch in the deep. He's having a wonderful first Test match, De Bruyne. Ganguly gone. He's gone for 57. It's 394 for 4.
Brain in again, drive it on 49. And he takes a single, mid-off, was pushed back just a little bit too deep. All about concentration, Test match cricket. His second half-century at this ground. 396 for 4. Daryl Harper, he's waiting for his partner, Simon Torfel. Across, and out of the two, it always seems like the younger one, Simon Torfel, is the one keen to go and have a chat with Daryl Harper. The offer is coming. Do you want to take the light? We feel that the light has changed enough where the side of the ball might have changed, and they are going to take it. No major surprises there. Bad light has stopped play here on day 4. Green Park, Kanpur. In this session, 18 overs, 1 for 65. A fairly healthy run rate for the Indians, and they've progressed in their innings. Not as we saw late yesterday or the start of today when Sehwag was going. But they're making good fist of it. It's been hard work for them. The pitch has got slower and slower. Unusually, a number of their batsmen batting for the first time in this Test match on day 4. Rahul Dravid will finish on 52. It's been a long, hard task for him. It's something that he never does.
Beautifully played. First boundary of the day.
Very much a rhythm player, and he's in good rhythm. That's classy.
Big appeal and out. Ntini gets a wicket, and a very deserved one. I thought he bowled pretty well yesterday and deserved a couple, if not more. But he's now taken his first Test wicket in India, and it is that of Rahul Dravid.
And he had to wait for quite a while. The reverse swing again, the shine on the outside. A little bit of swing away from Rahul Dravid, who's looking for the expansive drive through the offside. A faint outside edge. He's played a long innings, Rahul Dravid. Looking for quick runs this morning. He's got to go for 54. It's 407 for 5.
Dinesh Karthik just playing in his second Test match. So don't take a lot of notice of the stats under there, averages 7 and that sort of thing. He's hardly started. Oh, that's out, surely. Yeah. It's a bit dodgy leaving the ball alone on here. It's going to keep low every now and again, as we indicated earlier on. And I think that's come back at him just a little bit as well.
A straightforward decision. Wonder why Daryl Harper took such a long time. Very dangerous indeed. Not offering a shot. Would have gone on to hit off stump. Good decision by Daryl Harper. And delight and jubilation for Sean Pollock. His second wicket. And he's controlling the reverse swing extremely well. Very hard bowler to face. Dinesh Karthik gone for 1. It's 408 for 6.
Driven down the ground straight, that'll run away, I think. And it has. And Kumble off the mark. Driven through the covers for 4. Too full. one thing that Anil Kumble can do, and it's drive the ball. Another nick, I heard it, yep, gone. That's good bowling from Antini. He made it very clear he wasn't going to pitch it up. And Kumble, movement slightly towards the leg side here, I fear.
It's important to bowl a good length in India, and that's exactly what he's done, Makai Antini. His second success this morning, and he's hit the right zone. Combined with the right length, he's going to have a lot of success. Great bowling from the young man who had to work very hard yesterday, but the results are coming today. Kumble gone for 9, it's 419 for 7.
One spinner replaced by another, Harbhajan Singh. As I say, perfectly capable of hanging around. I've seen him be the thorn in many a side. It's a dismissal, banged in. Kumble not really behind it, and fishing for it. So Lakili takes his third catch. And 3 catches have fallen in half an hour. We're not used to, 3 wickets have fallen in half an hour. We're not used to more than 1 a session. And the third man off the mark.
Just have a listen. Faint one. He's trying to run it down to third man. No doubts at all, and this Nico confirms it.
Out! Antini claims another. This is really quite dramatic. 4 wickets in what, half an hour roughly, bang on.
Indian swing this time. Couple of out swingers, first to pick up Dravid and then Kumble, and this one nipping back. Clever bowling indeed. Bit of inside edge from EVS Lakshman, who's trying to work it through the onside from outside the line of off stump. And he is a happy man. Great joy for him. And why not? Difficult conditions to perform, and he's performed extremely well, Makai Antini. Lakshman gone for 9. It's 420 for 8.
See, that's a fine shot. We'll enjoy that, Zahir Khan.
I don't know where that's come from. He's been scratching around. And from a technique point of view, a little bit shabby, a little bit rough. And then he just smashes one through extra cover. And the reason he made such pure contact was that head was still. He was able to keep the eyes focused on the ball. And in the end, didn't try and overhit it. Good shot.
Whip that away. That's a good stroke. Well played.
Fly swatting. Planted that front foot and just swatted it to the onside. Once again, keeping their head still. Watching the ball close, and that's why he's made good contact once again. Easy as you like.
Yeah, going nicely with that reverse swing.
3 round the bat now for Peterson. Silly point, slip and a forward short leg. Down the wicket, over the top, no problem. Just a little doubt as to whether it's gone all the way. General consensus of opinion is that it did. And that is confirmed.
In fact, it was gone a long way over the advertising hoarding. It was a flat 6 as a result, not easy for the umpire to see, but it cleared the advertising hoarding by about 5 yards. He's got strong arms, Harbhajan Singh, and some good wrists as well to go with it, and that gets him the power. So the sword is starting to wield now for Harbhajan Singh.
That's up in the air though. One wheel too many. Oh, he's put it down! Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, they don't come a lot easier than that. They've all got to be caught, of course, in the end. but that's a bad mistake.
Harbhajan Singh started to walk off, in fact run off. He knew he was gone. These catches are taken at the international level. The batsmen don't bother looking at those. I think he's gone. He's taken a brilliant catch. Bat pad. And this is one of the best catches that you'll see at Silly Point. Just have a look at how far it's ricocheted off his first attempt. I think it's Bhuta Dipena who's taken that catch.
Fantastic catch. In terms of reaction, look how quickly he gets after the ball. It's gone a long, long way. Fantastic catch. It's hit him. It's gone at him quickly, hit the hands, knocked it up high enough. 1, 2, 3 strides. Gotcha. Peterson gets his reward. Saw a catch go down. Almost the ball before. Harbhajan Singh out for 17. 9 down now. 456. Murali Kartik comes in at number 11. 456 for 9. Your commentators Michael Slater, Michael Hazeman.
Thanks, Robin Jacksman. Tries to catch it, but it's over the top. Running away for 4. Shots are being played at the moment. In the last little 10-15 minutes, they've lost a wicket, of course, and Harbhajan had a bit of an extra life. Great catch from Dipena. Launching straight back over the bowler. That is a terrific shot. Not bad for a tail ender. Bowled him. Great sight for any bowler. 1 stump standing, 2 on the ground, and that is the end of the Indian innings. All out for 466, and Andrew Hall has, in the end, chipped in with 3 wickets after getting his 163. And he'll be delighted with this. He'll be delighted with this vision as well. Don't they love it, the quicks, that one?
He was trying a repeat stroke of the 4 earlier in the over and stayed down just a little bit. Another indication of this pitch on day 5. It's being a little bit up and down. Zahir Khan, no, good hand. He's brought India back. Only 44 runs behind on the South African first innings total of 510.
He's got that fine. It might run away for 4. It's very, very quick, this outfield. We'll just have to check that it has come off the bat. It's gone to the boundary, and it did.
Gone. Little outside edge. That one not coming back as much as Andrew Hall thought. Managing only to get a feather on it, and well taken. Dinesh Karthik.
Just a good over from Harbhajan Singh. Great control. Playing for the turn, Andrew Hall. And again, it's not the big off spinner. Held the edge. Good catch by the wicket-keeper. This is good bowling. And when gets a wicket early, Harbhajan Singh, that relaxes him as a spinner in the team. 26 to Hall, South Africa 67 for 1.
And he loves it there. Anything short and wide from pace bowlers or spinners, you can bet your bottom rupee that's where it's going to go. 100 up now for South Africa. 4 off the last ball and 4 runs from the over. Oh, that's not a bad shout. Has it pitched in line? That's the question. Yes, up goes the finger. Pitched in line with leg stump, I think. We're going to have the benefit of replays here. It did turn, not only straight but also turn. I still think it would have gone on and hit the off stump. We'll have to check this, but he struck in his first over, and we talked about the LBW. Was it missing off stump? Did it pitch in line initially?
My initial reaction was that he was bowled. I think it would have gone on to hit the off stump, just clipping the outside of the off stump. Daryl Harper took a long time to give it out. Convinced himself, and then goes the finger. Oh, he was not a happy man. But look at the emotions on Murali Karthik's face when we come back. Fanyas will gone for 13. It's 100 for 2.
A little bit of drama left. Perhaps it's a bit too soon. 109 for 2. Overall lead of 153. But in these situations, runs are as important as time spent at the crease. There's nothing worse being in the field when you feel you might have just half a chance and you just slowly see that go away, not just because batsmen are still there, but because runs are being scored at the same time.
Yeah, you're right, Jackers. An amazing house. And there's a shout, and the finger goes up. Another wicket to Murali Kartik. He's having good success in this second innings. 2 wickets to him now. And the third going down for South Africa. Tough times to bat when you're trying to bat out a draw.
Here we go, Murali Kartik. Played as the extra spinner, straight under the glove, up in the air. And no problem at all. Everybody knew exactly where that had come from, including umpire Darrell Harper. So a long innings from Graham Smith comes to an end. 47 he's gone for. And South Africa are 110 for 3.
Mentally very tough at the moment for Rudolph and Callis. And in the air and taken on the double juggle that went off the gloves of Kartik, popped in the air, and it was snavelled from that point. Vicious turn away from Rudolph, and it was always going to be hard work for him.
There's drama here. There is some drama here. There it is, angle in at off stump. Well caught at the second attempt. Rudolph knew he'd gone, and he turned and walked off, very disappointed, and suddenly this game has been turned on its head. South Africa 115 for 4, Rudolph gone for 2.
Little paddle around the corner, nice and fine. He knows that deep backward square is in the standard position. And has he got it away for 4? Yes, he has. That's well played. Very good control.
And you just see the effect of that sweep shot. And once you can play it, not all batsmen can play it. A lot of coaches teach the youngsters that are growing up that it can be a get-out shot. But if you can play it and play it well, then you've got an ability to hit it hard, or play it like this, which is simply just a dead bat, rolling it round, and a vacant area. Great control there from Dippenaar.
Now, this might just be buys, I think. Tendulkar got excited. No, that's why, because Dippenaar got a bottom edge on it. That's why the little man got excited.
Some work to do for Sehwag. He doesn't get there. Dippenaar making use of a full delivery from Tendulkar and hitting it with enough pace to beat that man in the deep.
Overpitched, but the placement was excellent. There was a man in the deep. He had to get wide of him.
He's picked the googly, and that should be another 4. A lot of hard work for Harbhajan Singh. The ball does win. And good picking there from Dippenaar. At the same time, he hasn't taken a wicket in this second innings, when you would think a spin bowler would be able to at least pick up a couple. This one will run away also. A quicker delivery from Kumble, up over 100 kilometres an hour. Outside edge. And the ball really did fly across the surface here.
Nothing wrong with the delivery. On a length. Lots of pace, as you mentioned, 101.4. Hitting the outside edge, and this is a very quick outfield.
The light is going to be offered right now, and no hesitation whatsoever. No hesitation. This test match in Kanpur will end in a draw. We pretty much knew that for the last couple of hours, but then with the Indians bowling, you just never knew. And while there was a little bit of time remaining, if they were able to get the South Africans out, they might have been able to go for a bit of a mad run chase with Sehwag leading the way. Not going to happen, and as the batsman